It's finally time we create one of the greatest games of all time. That's right, we're going to create rock, paper, scissors. So if we run this program, we're going to get a welcome message that says welcome to RPS 9000. So all we have to do is enter rock, paper, or scissors. In this case, I'm going to type in scissors, and it's a tie because the AI also picked scissors. But let's try to do rock next, and I beat the AI. And then we can try again, we can say paper, and looks like I win again. So right now I'm on a good streak. And what happens if I tap in paper again? So now we're playing rock, paper, scissors over and over with some cool graphics in the console. And that's exactly what we're going to make in this video. And we can also exit as always, and the computer will be friendly to us and tell us thanks for playing. So with all that being done, let's jump into the logic behind this game. To get started, we're going to import random, and we're going to import system, so we can use some of these system features. Next, we're going to create a class called RPS, which stands for rock, paper, scissors. And we're creating a class because I want to define some state, and for me, using a class was the easiest way to do this. So first, let's create an initializer, and the initializer will take care of giving an intro screen and initializing some attributes. So here we can type in welcome to RPS 9000 exclamation mark. Then we need to create those attributes. So self.moves of type dictionary. And this is going to contain our dictionary of moves, which means, of course, we have rock, paper, and scissors. And this is actually where I inserted my emojis. So here we can type in rock, and you're going to have to search online for these emojis. On MacBooks, you can just tap on the FN key 2 times to get this emoji keyboard. So here I can search for rock, and I'll just insert this rock there, and I'll have a rock in my dictionary. Then we're going to have something that is paper, and that's going to be, of course, the paper that you have to put inside here. So find an emoji for paper, and scissors, which will also have an emoji for scissors. So for that, you're going to have to go online to actually get those emojis. For me, I have it in my keyboard, so I can just do that and find paper. And I'm going to use this weird parchment. And for scissors, I'm going to do the same thing. So scissors. And we're going to use these ones. Then we need to also define the valid moves so that the user doesn't type in something random, and this just makes it easier for our program to understand what to do. So valid moves is equal to, or is actually of type list of string to be more explicit, and that's going to equal a list of self.moves keys. So we're creating a list from this dictionary over here, and we want this list to contain the keys, which means rock, paper, and scissors. So those are the only valid moves. Now, for this project, we need to create 3 methods. One is going to be for playing the game, so we're going to call that play game. And for now, we're going to add an ellipses, which can be used to pass. Then we're going to have a function called display moves, and I'm going to add a y there. And we're also going to pass for now. Then we're going to have a method that checks the moves to see whether we won or lost. So check move, and we're going to pass for now as well. So those are the 3 methods for our class. But we're going to take care of the very first one, which is play game. And first we need to get a user move. So whether we want to throw rock, paper, or scissors, we need to get that user input from the user. So here we'll type in input, rock, paper, or scissors. And we'll add that to show that the user can input some user input. And we're going to lower that because if the user, of course, types in something such as rock with a capital R, we want to make sure that our program can understand it because Python is case sensitive. So rock should turn into rock. And rock can be compared with this rock over here. So that's what lower is going to help us to achieve. And the very first thing we want to check is if the user move is equal to exit. We don't want the user to play a game they don't want to play, so we're going to give them the option to exit. So here we can type in thanks for playing, exclamation mark. And here we're going to type in system.exit. And that's going to exit out of the program. So it's kind of like a premature ending for our script. Next, under that if check, we're going to check if user move is not in self.validMoves. Then we're going to print invalid move. And we're going to do something a bit funky here. We're going to return self.playGame, which means we're actually going into a recursive loop. If they try to make a move that doesn't exist, it's just going to go to the top of this function, kind of like a while loop, and it's going to get some new user input so that we can try again. Below that, we need to get the AI move. So we're going to call it AI move of type string. That's going to equal random.choice. And in here, we can get the self.validMoves. So it's going to pick a random move from this list. And that means the AI can pick either rock, paper, or scissors. Below that, we have two more methods, and we're actually going to be using these methods down here. So first we need to display the moves to the user. So we'll type in display moves. And this is going to take a user move and a AI move, which we're going to add, of course, to these methods as soon as we're done. And we need to check the moves. So self.userMove and the AI move. So we're going to pass those inside these methods so that we can check whether the moves were correct and we can display them. So first of all, let's take care of displaying the moves. Here we'll type in that we need a user move of type string and an AI move of type string. And you can just copy these immediately and place them in check move because they're going to take the same arguments. But for display moves, let's get started with formatting. So first I'm going to display some lines to kind of create a divider. Then we're going to print FU and the result, which is going to be self.moves at the index of user move. And if you recall, self.moves is a dictionary. So if we place in rock, it's going to replace it with this rock. If we place in paper, it's going to replace it with this paper. We're accessing the value with the key. Next, you can duplicate that. And here we can say AI. So now we get self.moves and we're going to place inside the AI move. Then all that's left for us to do is to close this with some more dashes to create another divider. So this is going to show us what happened and the moves that were thrown. So if I throw paper, it's going to say you threw paper, and the AI is going to throw whatever they decide to throw. Now the trickiest part is of course the logic of rock, paper, scissors, but it's going to look like this. So if user move is equal to the AI move, so if we both throw paper or we both throw rock, of course we're going to print that it's a tie. Otherwise we need to handle the other scenarios. So else if the user move, or elif the user move is equal to rock and the AI move is equal to scissors, we're going to print that we won, so you win. Elif user move is equal to scissors and the AI move is equal to paper, we're also going to print that we win, so you win. Elif user move is equal to paper and the AI move is equal to rock, we still win, so we can type in print you win. Else the AI wins, because these are the only scenarios where we can win. So everything else is going to be the AI that wins. So here we can print AI wins. So that is the class and the functionality that we need to make this rock, paper, scissors game. Now we can go to the bottom as always, create our if name is equal to main check, and we need to first create an instance of our game. So RPS is going to equal RPS. And finally, all we have to do now is type in while true, because we want to play the game many times. And we're going to type RPS play game. With that all being written, we can run the script. And if everything goes well, we should get the same question as from earlier, rock, paper, or scissors. First, I'm going to type in something such as this large number, but that's an invalid move. So we can also say something such as rock. And finally, we can see that we get our displayed message and the result of what just happened. Then we can play again, we can say paper, and it looks like I won. Then we can say paper again. It's a tie. If I say paper again, this time I lost, so AI wins. So there we have it. We just created a rock, paper, scissors game. And as a personal challenge, I invite you to try adding a scoring system to this game, because it might be fun to see how many times the AI won or how many times you won. So that's just a quick challenge if you have the time. Otherwise, let's move on to the next project.